How's it going, everyone? Welcome to today's video. I'm actually illegally parked in the umpire parking only. That's because I'm at a baseball field. Taking my i3 out here to do a little bit of a good, bad, and the ugly review on this thing. So this is my personal car. It is a 2016 BMW i3. So there are two versions of the BMW i3. There's a hybrid, which is the one that I have, so it's half gas, half electric. And then there is a full electric version, which is the other option available. I did not go for that because I do need the extra gas range. So being an international photographer, I get the beautiful opportunity to travel to a lot of different places and see some very, very exotic and rare cars. So I think that gives me a lot of good experience when it comes to reviewing cars and seeing what they're actually like in person and experiencing them on the road. So for starters, figured I might as well do my 2016 BMW i3. Shout out to Junior from Fresh Window Tint, by the way. Instagram tag is right here. They tinted my windows and did an absolutely spectacular job. I love the window tint. It's fully blacked out. I got full limo tint all the way around. And I think it absolutely completes the look of the i3, especially with the Stormtrooper black and white. It all kind of matches perfectly. So I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, this is just gonna be another very boring review. Who even cares? It's just a guy that's gonna talk about his car for a few minutes. Well, I get that, and that's technically what most reviews are. But I'm trying to make this unique. I'm trying to make it funny for you guys. I'm trying to bring in a lot of different elements to make this a very unique video series, basically. So all of my reviews, or reviews if you could even call it that, they're gonna be as unique as I can possibly make them, starting with the i3 review. So let's come on in. Ah, perfect. I love starting my reviews with no energy in the tank. But hey, that's why I have the hybrid one. So you can see on the left there, that's the gas logo, 22 miles. And then that blue bar right there is my 8 miles of electric range. So I've been driving around trying to find a good road to review my car on. Figured, why not just take this thing to a canyon? Obviously, it's a total economy car and it has no performance-oriented settings at all, but that's kind of the fun of it. I'm actually kind of getting excited about the idea of hucking this thing through a corner, so let's go do it. All right, so the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, what can I say? I think the good, for one, the carbon chassis is very cool. The fact that this car has an entire functional carbon chassis, that's definitely a good. So props to you, BMW. All right, here we are. Gonna put it in sport traction. One thing that's very annoying, even though this car has the tiniest tires probably fitted to a production car as standard, it still will not let me turn the traction all the way off, only a little bit off. So let's see, coast is clear, we're good. All right, let's go! Yeah! There is, oh, that's 60, that's fast. But we are going downhill, so as far as power, this thing has basically no power, not gonna lie. It's not a fast car by any means. Its top speed is 95 and it'll do 60 in I think like 6 seconds or so. So it's not very quick, but it does the job well. It's not supposed to be quick. So with only 60-mile range in a pretty expensive car, I don't really see how it can compete to other electric cars. Like for example, the Nissan Leaf, that car is basically better than this in terms of efficiency, and it also is a little bit cheaper cost-wise. So I would probably get that if I were thinking only on cost. The biggest competitor to the i3 is definitely the Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf is similar to the i3 in a sense that they both are hybrids, meaning they have an electric powertrain and then it has a gas generator that comes on and powers electricity from there. But the Leaf is significantly cheaper than the i3, as well as it does get a little bit more range. So if I were thinking only on cost, I'd probably go with one of those. So the bad is definitely that range. 60 miles of realistic electric range is honestly nothing, and I need to go to the fuel pump at least once every other day, if not once a day, because it only has a 1.8 gallon fuel tank. That's nothing! It's tiny, 1.8 gallons, come on. If you guys are wondering why this GoPro doesn't sound like a GoPro and why it sounds like my Sony camera, it's because Sennheiser, the professional audio company, they gave me a GoPro microphone. So they make a very, very high-end GoPro microphone that's waterproof, action-proof. That's what I'm using for this video. Okay, so to answer the first question, why is this my car? Why did I choose the BMW i3 out of any options out there? Well, this is not a cheap car for starters. This is a $52,000 MSRP car, which is, in my opinion, way overpriced by BMW. So I got this actually as a lease special while my dad was working for BMW for a while. So we were able to get a very, very aggressive lease deal, which we otherwise would have not even looked at this car to own or lease at all if it wasn't for that amazing lease special. So that's why I have this. So the i3 is very much so out of its element, sitting here at the top of a canyon. We're gonna drive a little bit harder on the way back and really push the i3 to its limits. You need to see these tires. Check out how thin these are. They're literally little bicycle tires. So here, I'll turn the wheel so you can get a better idea. Look at these things. They're, let's see what size they are. What are these? 100 and, I'm gonna guess 190-ish? What is that? Oh, 155. They are nowhere near 190. 155. Look at these little guys. This is understeer galore right here. Jeez. Why BMW? You could have made it a bit thicker and had a much higher performing car, but instead, I guess you wanted to save, you know, a couple miles. I really enjoy the way BMW designed the outside of this car. It is a little bit stubby, but the design language is pretty nice, and it's definitely very outgoing. On the BMW i3, you cannot change the color of the hood, these black pieces here, or the black trim back here, spoiler, as well as the trunk. So that is all in black. All the black pieces that are on my car come like that on every single i3, and you could only change the white panels to a different color. I do enjoy the design of the wheel. I think it looks pretty cool. I just hate the fact that they're on bicycle tires. Come on. But if you guys think the outside is cool, you absolutely need to see the inside of this thing. You get a very, very cool 2-spoke steering wheel. So instead of your typical 3-spoke, it's got a very futuristic design to it, which I really enjoy. I like having this part open. And overall, the seats, very cool, pretty comfortable seats. But look at this floating dashboard. This is really where this car kind of comes into its own. I love this. This is all just empty space. I normally leave a bunch of crap right there. This all design language is so nice. This is real wood, by the way. This comes in all the i3. It has 3 or 4 different wood options to do that in. I even like the way that BMW made the door line go down at an angle like that to where it kind of matches this shelf. For some reason, from sitting back here, it's just all of that makes perfect sense. Okay guys, so I found this empty stretch in the middle of nowhere here. Good bit of road right here. So I set up the camera, figured let's do some launches. Okay, so I found a perfect little spot to demonstrate the automatic parallel park that's pretty impressive on the i3. So I'm gonna be trying getting this into this little spot right here. There is enough room for the i3, however. Oh, that's nice, M4. Nice. Or M3, my bad. BMW squad. So in this center thing here, it's telling me to park. Oh, for one, I need to be buckled up. That's first order of business. Second order of business, turn on the parking signal. You need to hit OK there. All right, now check this out. This is where it gets cool. I take my feet off the brake and I hold this little parking sensor button. And watch this. My legs are now up here and it's doing all this by itself. Whoa! Obstacle detected, it said. Hold on. It's doing it again. Let's see if it'll correct its mistake. It's going. It's doing it. What up, Nasser? My car's just parking itself, no big deal.
One eternity later.
We're good. About 10 minutes later, the car automatically parked itself. Okay, so this is going to conclude my review of my own BMW i3. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of review. I definitely want to do a lot more car reviews and really put a unique spin, as much as I can at least, on doing this whole thing. So what cars do you guys want to see next? That's a question I want to ask. I could realistically get myself behind a lot of different cars, both performance and standard cars. So, you know, let's go for it. Why not? So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.